I couldn't have asked for anything more. I wonder how. What about you?
I had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I had a wonderful Valentine's. You know, I love me some Kevin Sutton, my boo, my vegan boo. Um, and then I had a wonderful show with you in Richmond, Cupid Chuckles, which was amazing.
Shout out to
Um,
Brandon Hot Sauce Glover. We
yes,
were
shout
having any
out
technical
to.
difficulties at all on Sunday, were we?
It was good. So today we're not even gonna. This is a quick shout out show that we're doing to catch up and promo our stuff that we have coming up. So we're gonna bring in, of
It's
course,
still not a show. Yeah, I was gonna say it's still not a show without the squad.
the squad. Okay,
Hey.
Picture Planets, come on, come on,
Hey.
Gregory and Ladybug.
What happened?
How was your Lovers Day? Your massacre, the St. Valentine's Massacre Day.
Oh, Valentine's Day. It was very cool. Very cool. You know,
We all got a nap in. It was
I
great.
mean, yeah, the kids. I made cookies with the kids. My mom came by. Tracy works on the weekend, so we kind of got to spend a day together yesterday, and sleeping and catching up on some Avengers, like old people.
Sleep was my best friend the last.
I got to watch my program.
I'm like, listen.
Sleep. Yeah, it was. We should do a show called Black Sleep because yesterday I got my naps in. I got back to DC, went out to lunch, came back, went to sleep, woke up, did Kevin's hair, went back to sleep, and woke up this morning. It was a good sleep for me.
That's
I
it.
will say today I found a show on Netflix and I already watched the whole first season. Buried by the Bernards. If you have not checked it out,
Started it without me, Kevin. Kevin said he started it without me. Wait a minute, hold on. Just stop the whole show. How you turn this thing off? Because I'm just like,
it is so funny. Oh my gosh. I might really go back and watch it again because
Yeah.
What is it about?
like 8 episodes. I want to say 8 or 10 episodes. And when Netflix ends one thing, it'd be like, all right, we're going on to this next show. I was like, oh no, it's over. Oh, is some
they're what do you call them from the funeral home? What do you call them?
Morticians.
They're morticians.
Okay,
Yes.
morticians.
Yeah, it's a family.
Oh, okay.
They got a
Family-owned
Netflix.
business out of Memphis. They
Mhm.
actually went viral a few years ago because they had the first drive-through.
What? That's them?
Yeah, they have a drive-through viewing.
I remember that.
They went viral a few years ago because of that. Now they got a reality show, and when I tell you, it's a key. It's a key. Honey. I love every part.
We are going. Have y'all been watching The Equalizer?
No.
Queen Latifah.
Good.
Yes. Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. Queen Latifah.
No, I'm really nah.
Wait, what were we watching? We were watching Mindhunters.
Mindhunters. We watched Mindhunters on Netflix, and then I watched Judas and the Black Messiah.
That's what's coming up next.
That took me into a bunch of went down the COINTELPRO rabbit hole.
I mean, the guy. What's the guy that Brandon Fraser? Maybe what's his name that played? He also played in the movie where he turned into a horse at the end. What was the black guy that was in that movie? He said he had to get therapy after the movie.
Oh, Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah. So he plays William O'Neill, who is the operative for the FBI. Basically who set up the Panthers in Hampton and that whole Chicago, Illinois chapter. That being said, watching it, it's about William O'Neill, but it takes you along that journey, along that ride, and it's a reminder that the young brother, and it's Black History Month, happy Black History Month. Fred Hampton was 21 years old when he was assassinated by the United States government. I shouldn't say by the United States government, because to be clear, it was with the approval, because Hoover knew about it, but the Illinois Chicago police did the dirty work. That being said, it's good to see people revisit these stories and revisit this history because this history is still with us. H. Rap Brown is still walking this earth. You know what I mean? So Mutulu is Abu Jamal is still in Pennsylvania prisons. So you still have political prisoners from those movements who still Asad Shakur still.
Asad Shakur, I was going to say, can't step foot.
You know, she's still not welcome
on this soil.
Right.
But
So
Kodak Black got a pardon.
That's it. I mean, that's really it.
Shout out to Young M.A.
That's really it. But what I love about the story, Judas and the Black Messiah, what I loved about watching it, I mean, first of all, Shaka King did a great direction. The direction was great. The movie was really good. You can see why it's getting these accolades. But the Lucas brothers wrote it and produced it along with Ryan Coogler.
The twins?
The Lucas twins, stand-up comedy. So like Lil Rel is in it. Jermaine Fowler's in it. So you look at some of the crew that they came up with on their shows that they have been putting out are in the movie. And then you look at this is the generation that's telling that story. They're like, man, props to that generation that is really taking the torch, keeping the flame alive, and letting people know that the man J. Edgar Hoover actually did this to people on these shows. So if they really want to know how to take out those people that put their feet up on people's desks in the Capitol building, then they already got the blueprint.
I'm gonna tell you what I really love about Black Think Tank is two things. The first being, I don't care how short our episode is supposed to be, Uncle Historian is gonna come in here and give you the meal. You're going to get the meal. Sit down, eat your vegetables, baby. You're going to get the
blackness.
Hey. Also,
even though this is a short episode, it's still a very much donation-based episode. So, as the treasurer, I'd like to implore you, if you so happen in your heart to Black Think Tank on Cash App, hashtag the Black Think Tank, so that we can continue to bring you these episodes in the long and short form.
So Uncle Historian kind of gave us just a brief Uncle Historian snippet right there. He just kind of did it. I know. So look, let's go on.
Ain't no days off with the movement. Ain't no days off. Because what? I mean, go ahead, tell them what we're talking about, Anthony. Ain't no days off.
So next week. Okay, so we've been trying to have this episode for so long. And we finally got a great expert that's going to come on and talk about it because we always talk about it like off air. But the episode is called Black Firepower.
Oh, you know, I talk about it on air, but
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, when y'all saw Patrice when she came on, she had it cocked and ready and ready. But yeah, just check out this little video of what we're going to be talking about. All right, so we're gonna be with Aaron McGee, and I got that. You would think I superimposed that picture, but that's actually on his Facebook page. He has. So Haywood, tell us a little bit about what he's gonna be, or who he is.
So Aaron McGee is the owner and proprietor of, I forget the name of the organization right now.
It's called the Rhinox Group.
Rhinox
Research Group
is a Second Amendment advocate group that actually teaches you firearms, teaches you to understand what to look for, how to shoot, and then also the legal situations around getting yourself licensed and represented for owning firearms. Second Amendment is your right. It is our right, whether you believe in it or not. And we're going to talk about it and talk about why Black folks should understand that Second Amendment right, and also be advocates for Second Amendment right.
Should we have our own like NRA? Should it be a
there are those organizations out there. They're Black gun owners organizations.
There's a European.
There's a
There's a
few
few.
organizations out there. I don't have my notes in front of me right now. It's supposed to be a quick hit episode.
No.
But there are a few groups out there that are basically hipping Black people to the knowledge that why we should own guns, why we should be aware of guns, and at the very least, you should understand how to shoot.
Oh, okay.
You know what I
You
mean?
said in the comments, the Black organization is called NAGA, NAAGA.
Oh, that's a little close to MAGA for me. When is the town hall meeting? Because I feel like maybe I just want to bring it. Maybe we can change the name.
The National Afro-American Gun Association.
Okay.
That sounds a little more NAACP.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
And is
What's up, NAGA?
Too much like this.
What's up, NAGA?
It didn't sit right in my spirit.
And he's he's an advocate. He's a veteran, and he's an advocate for. He's going to speak to us. I'm not going to put those words in his mouth, but he's going to speak to us to help us understand why we should be aware of the Second Amendment and what it is, and we'll keep it along those lines. Because I don't want to put words in anyone else's mouth, but we do. I do. We have been looking and do want to understand what we're getting ourselves into, and that's we all should know that. They got all militias out there. They came to the Capitol. If you didn't see the videos, you should see what they came with. They didn't just put their feet up on people's desks. They had guns and bayonets and flags.
Cocktails.
And they left bombs in neighborhoods. So as dismissive as people would like this to be, I'm glad that people actually let those folks who did that at the Capitol, the impeachment managers, actually showed us that video and let us see what was going on. And then we got to see what the brother at the Capitol, what he went through when he had to direct folks in different ways. And then we got to see what Mitch McConnell and them went through. And even though they say that, Trump got them folks sized up, they won't put that on him. It is what it is. So be aware, be warned. As they say, stand up. Don't
I love these images though? It's the woman for me. It's the regular woman that is like,
listen, it warms my heart.
Hey, y'all know, and I'll talk about my gun story next week. I'll save it because it's super crazy. So talking about upcoming stuff, I mean, we got Tracy's segment as well. We're going to revise from last week when she was in full MJ ___. So we're gonna and here we go.
Black business shout out. Black business shout out. Hey. Welcome to the Black Business Shout Out with Tracy Turnipseed. Support your black businesses.
So, in my own defense, I was not. What is that? Do y'all hear that echo? Anyways, in my own defense, there was no MJ herbal scores under infusions going on last week. Haywood threw me off. It was Haywood's fault.
Haywood threw me off. See how they do me?
Anyways, let's talk about what's going on the 28th. We are all going to be down in the Arlington Draft House on the 28th of February with our Black History Show starring Anthony Oakes, Patrice Duveau, Violet Gray, Algiers Diamond, and of course, my love, Haywood Turnipseed Jr. So we're also going to have a special guest, M. Lewis, who is going to be our musical guest. If you haven't heard him yet, ladies, I'm trying to tell you. And he's 6'5", I don't know. Look at that. You can feel the soul coming from him.
Wow.
Anyways, we're also going to have a short podcast.
My funny Valentine.
My funny Valentine.
Make sure y'all buy tickets. Haywood is going to put the link in the comment section. Buy tickets for this February 28th, our Black History Show, Black Think Tank, 2021. Y'all be leaving too many pregnant pauses after.
Yeah, y'all.
I need an outro.
You need an outro? There we, and that's it.
Yo, so make sure y'all, hey, we'll put the link in the comments. Make sure y'all go check out the tickets and get those tickets. What's up, Jessica? Everybody saying hello. What is up, Rashawn? Corey Bynum. So Corey asks, does he offer information assistance with expungement? Now I did. Now
I know they have legal information. I can't speak to that, but we'll ask that question next week.
Okay. Yes, and I also researched a lady who was like one of the top expungement people. Maybe we can possibly get her on briefly to talk about that process and how easy.
Yeah, that's probably we could actually probably do that under Black law too, because we talk about how to expunge records and how to restore voting rights and stuff like that.
Yes, exactly, and that's what she's an expert in, restoring your voting rights and or carrying rights.
There we go.
Okay. Yep. There we go. So also don't forget about when we go to the Wild Wild West. We will be there March the 11th through the 13th. In the Wild Wild West. The Wild Wild West. I used to love Kumo D. Big Daddy Kane.
Yes, Big Daddy Kane.
Yes, Big Daddy Kane was definitely the smooth operator, baby.
Wow.
The BIGDAZZYK. What'd you say, Haywood?
Okay, I'm really Ed and Lewis. I know what to play for you now.
Look, so make sure the link to all the Vegas stuff is in my bio and Patrice's bio, and on the Black Think Tank page. Make sure you go check all that out. Make sure you go get tickets to our Arlington Draft House show on Sunday the 28th. Be sure to go do that because we want to see your faces. It's social distance. It's in a theater. So it's definitely social distance, big enough for all of us to be Black and go in there and have a good time.
And this Friday,
we are on Haywood
Laugh House, the Laugh House. We are on Laugh House Comedy Show. Laugh House DMV. I have to look at the actual, but check out the Black Think Tank page and now look at all our social medias. We should be having those links soon because this Friday night we'll be doing some nice virtual comedy for y'all, which is socially distant. Getting y'all ready to come out to the live show, which would be socially distant, and that'll be all comedy, no Black history.
all comedia. So y'all, I appreciate everyone. We appreciate everyone tuning in. I think Patrice had a little technical difficulties. She popped out. But make sure it is Vegas. It is Arlington Draft House. It is all of those things. If you're in Atlanta, we'll be there Thursday the 25th, I think. And I'll be posting where we'll be doing shows there. The Draft House is in the Draft House ticket link is in the comments.
About my scarf. I was teaching an art class earlier, so I was talking about Basquiat and dressed the part.
It's very bad.
He has an entire ascot on.
And I just didn't change from class.
It's very Basquiat. I'm feeling it. I didn't
change from class. I put on a Prince shirt. I was talking to them anyway.
We love y'all. Make sure y'all tune in next week for Black Firepower. Shout out to the Flunky. If you have more responsibilities and time, check out the Flunky. Make sure you check out MJ_herbal_infusion ___. Yeah, and just to go out, I'm gonna play the Black Firepower thing again to take us on out of here because I really want y'all to concentrate on that.
Yeah.
I really
pow,
do.
pow life, not pew pew. Pow pow.
Pow pow, and we're out. Yeah. Oh, and there we go. Yay! Bye, Black Think Tank.